Tracking your business finances doesn't have to be complicated. In this video, I'm going to walk you through my bookkeeping tool step by step so you can see exactly how it works and how it makes managing your income and expenses really easy. By the end of the video, you'll know how to record your sales, track your expenses, and get clear insights on your business health, all in one place. Hi, I'm Raminda and I'm a financial modeller. I've got 15 years of experience working with all sorts of clients ranging from startups to side hustle businesses right up to large established companies where I've helped them get clarity over their numbers through smart strategic spreadsheets. I've also had my own business for over a decade now, so I fully understand the challenges involved in client work, in growing my business and also managing my finances too. Before I start, a huge thank you to you if you've purchased my bookkeeping tracker already. It really means a lot. And if you haven't got one yet, please head to the links in the description box below where you can download one from my website. Okay, so let's dive in. So the first thing to do is to head to the Info tab, which has an introduction and some step-by-step instructions. These instructions are going to be covered in today's video, but these are here in the tracker for you to quickly refer to whenever you want. Next is the glossary, where you'll find a list of all the key terms used in the tracker with their definition and the calculation if relevant. Then I want to take you to the home page. This tracker has quite a few sheets, so I've created this navigation menu where every sheet is just 1 or 2 clicks away. Each sheet has this navigation menu at the top, and then the home page also has these clickable buttons, including some summary descriptions to help you. This page also provides you with a bit of an overview of what's included in the tracker. So we have 12 monthly sheets, an annual dashboard, master lists for all your sales and expense transactions, and your setup and info sheets. At the moment, these are 0 and they will automatically update depending on what dates you enter. So I'll show you that in just a second. Next, let's head to the categories sheet, which is the main setup sheet for the tracker. You can personalize your tracker by entering whatever name you would like. This will then update all the titles throughout the tracker and can be changed at any time. Then you enter your start date, which can be any day, any month, or any year. And then the end date will automatically update to 12 months from the start date. And just quickly, you'll notice that the month buttons on the home page have also been updated. Then back on the categories sheet, select your currency. Hopefully your currency is on the list. If not, please let me know and I can add it in for you. Here we have some sales and profit targets, so just enter your monthly sales revenue goal and your profit margin goal, and this will feed through to the rest of the tracker. And I'll show you how that works as we come to it. And you don't have to worry about any formulas, all the cells are protected, so there's no risk of overwriting anything. So here we have 4 different categories, one where you list all your products and services, and then 3 for each of the 3 different expense types. The definitions to all of these are in the glossary, just in case you need to check if you are unsure. I've left the operational expense and tax expenses pre-populated, but these can be amended or added at any time. This is just to help you. So now we're ready to start adding our sales and expenses. So let's head to the first month. So there's quite a lot going on in this sheet, so I'm just going to zoom out so you can see all the different sections, and then I'll go into a bit more detail. The bottom 2 sections are where your sales and expense transactions need to be entered for each month. You can enter up to 200 transactions, each for sales and for expenses. Then the top part of the page is the dashboard. This is where we have fully dynamic charts, which will auto-populate once you've entered your transactions below. On the right-hand side, we have some space to enter 5 goals that you might want to achieve in the month, and some space to take notes. We have a P&L overview, which includes the sales target that we entered on the category sheet earlier. Then we also have some sales and revenue charts and some headline numbers. So now let's add some data so this can come to life. To enter your sales transactions, select the date, enter the value of the sale, enter the sales category, and then enter the customer and a description or reference. The date, the amount, and the sales category are required fields as they drive formulas in the rest of the dashboard, but the customer and the description fields are just for your reference. if one of the fields are not populated, this error message will show, so you just need to ensure that all the required information is entered. And a similar process to entering your expenses. Select the date, enter the value of the expense, choose the expense type, and then depending on what you select, the relevant expense category list will appear here. So for example, if we selected operational expense, the list here will show all the operational expense categories that we entered on the categories page. And if we chose tax expense, all your tax categories will appear here. So I'm just going to populate all these so we can see a full list of transactions. Okay, so I've added in all my sales and expenses, and just to say that this is an illustrative example and not representative of an actual bike shop. This is just to show you how the tracker works. So now if we scroll up, we can see that all the charts have automatically updated, and before I go through those, let's add in some business goals for the month. So let's do some inventory planning, and maybe some staff training, and maybe a financial review, some marketing prep, and we will check in on our facilities. And as we achieve each goal, we can just check off the box and the pie chart will update. So let's have a look at the breakdown charts. The sales breakdown chart shows sales by product in descending order, so we can see which product or service brought in the most sales in the month and which brought in the least. And the cost of sales is the same sort of thing. We can see which was our highest cost of sales expense, and same for our operational expense too. This is really useful to see where our money is coming in from and where it's going in that particular month. Then if we go up to the top, these charts will show our sales and expenses by day, so we can identify trends and patterns throughout the month. You have the option of toggling these charts so you can focus on key aspects. We also have our P&L overview here, which takes us from our sales revenue down to our gross profit and then down to our net profit. And also shows you how you're doing against your revenue target for the month. The headline figures at the top show everything at a glance, so you can see it all straight away. And it's the exact same format for each month as you go through the year and add your sales and expenses every single month. Then if we head over to the annual dashboard, this is where everything is collated together and you can see all your finances for the year at a glance. The only inputs that you really need are your sales and expense transactions, and the tracker calculates everything else for you. The annual dashboard is year to date, which means it will show everything up to the latest month where you entered your transactions. This example includes transactions for the full 12 months, so our dashboard shows everything from January to December. But say for example you don't yet have any data for the last 2 months of the year. So let me just delete out November and December. Go back to the dashboard, and it now shows that it's from January to October. The dashboard is very similar to the monthly dashboards, where you have the trend charts now showing by month instead of day, and you have the headline figures and the P&L overview. We also have the sales and expense breakdown charts showing performance over the year, again in descending order, so you can see the best performing products and services year to date, and then the highest expenses year to date for cost of sales and operational expenses. Seeing this for the year can really help you to make informed decisions about suppliers and contractors and which products and services to invest in. You'll also notice your task progress over the year too. And if we scroll up, we have some additional charts here showing your profitability trend by month and then the journey of your cash flow, so you can see proportionally where your money is going. Over on the right, we have our sales and profit actuals against what we had entered as our target on the categories page earlier. If we scroll below the charts, we can see our monthly P&L and a full breakdown by sales category and for each of our expense categories, so we can identify trends and seasonal patterns and check to see if there are any anomalies like costs that we were not expecting or any increased sales as a result of any marketing campaigns, for example. And then the last two sheets go through the master lists. This is where all the transactions are collated in one place, so you can drill down and get more insight about your key customers and suppliers. Sales transactions, we can filter by month, by sales category and by customer. Simply click on the criteria and the table will automatically filter. You can even choose more than one category by pressing the Control or Command button on your keyboard while selecting the additional criteria. Or you can simply go to the filter heading and select it that way. You also have a summary of your filtered total here. This will show you if your filter is on, and to release the filters, you can just click on the funnel icon and it will all be released. And this will also inform you that there are no filters selected. Exactly the same on the expense transactions sheet. You can filter by month, by expense type, expense category and supplier. These are really useful tables if you want to take a deep dive into certain categories or transactions. And as I mentioned before, the only thing that you really need to do is enter your transactions every month, and the tracker will automatically calculate everything and provide you with lots of insightful data for your business. So now we are set up with the bookkeeping tracker, I want to give you 3 quick tips to help you in managing your business finances. I do have another video where I go into a bit more detail about bookkeeping, what it is and why it's so important, and I'll link that to the end of this one. Keep a dedicated business bank account so you keep your personal transactions separate from your business transactions. This makes tracking your income and your expenses and your profits much easier. Don't leave bookkeeping to the last minute. Even if you take an hour a week to record your invoices, your sales transactions and your expenses, it will save you so much time in the long run. As I mentioned in my other video, turn bookkeeping from a chore into a strategic advantage. Your data will show you where you're making money, where you need to cut costs, and where you need to level up your business game. You don't need to wait till year end to start. Start with where you are, start with what you have. The sooner you start, the easier it will be. Please do drop me a comment to let me know how your finance tracking is going. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'd be happy to answer them. Thank you again for purchasing my bookkeeping tracker, it really does mean a lot, and if you don't have one already, please check out the links in the description box below. I release similar videos every single week, so if you found this useful, please subscribe so you can join me on future videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.